back to my channel. Ugh, I feel like I'm choking. So today's video is going to be a video that I actually got recommended to do by one of my cousins, and it was a how does it feel, or how do I manage being a traveler's wife, or life of a traveler's wife, and all of that stuff. So if you guys don't know, my husband, he travels for his job. Like, he goes out of town and he travels and stuff. And I'm sometimes here in, the States alone. And a lot of people ask me, how does it feel, or how is it being a traveler's wife, or does it suck? Do you hate it, and all that stuff? So if you would like to kind of get a little input, or hear a little bit about how I feel being a traveler's wife, or married to somebody who travels a lot for their career, then let's get into the video. So for one, it is very cold outside. It is fall. So I'm like, this is perfect opportunity to wear my gray, what is this called? Turtleneck dress. I was going to put my glasses on to look even more studious and stuff. Actually, I should keep them on. But yeah, that was the question today, was how is it being a traveler's wife, or life of a traveler's wife? And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. What the heck? So I think the first thing that a lot of people ask me is, do you miss him when he's gone? Of course I miss him when he's gone. I think over the years, let me just say this. BJ was traveling before we even got married. He was traveling when we were dating. So I think for me, it wasn't just something that like it just all of a sudden happened. Let me take my glasses off because I don't like the glare. It wasn't something that all of a sudden just happened. He had been traveling already before we even got married. So I was already accustomed and used to him going out of town and traveling and stuff. I was used to him being gone for a few days, a week, or a week. And on top of that, we didn't live together when we were dating. So it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I'm sleeping alone at home by myself, or, it sucks being at home by myself, because I was at the time living with my parents. So, I do miss him when he's gone, but I honestly feel like over time, as we've grown together and as he's gone out of town, I feel like that time that he's away, it gives me a chance to miss him, and it gives me a chance to appreciate the things that he does for me, and it makes me grow more in love with him. And I think there's a quote that says like, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I definitely agree to that, because when he's gone, it makes me miss the little things. Like, BJ gets very goofy at night, and he just gets goofy, and we laugh and we joke around, and I feel like at night is the time that I miss him the most, because that joking around and all of that stuff is not there when he's obviously out of town, and it makes me miss those little things. It makes me think of the things that I won't necessarily think of when he's here in the moment, because when he's here and he's joking around and I don't feel like joking around, I'm like, boy, get out of my face, like, leave me alone, But when he's gone, it makes me miss those things that he does when he's here. So I feel like for me, yes, I do miss him every single time he leaves to go out of town, whether it's for one-day trips, whether it's for a 5-day trip or a 2-week trip. He's here now, but whether it's for whatever duration of time that he's gone, it allows me to miss him more, because I'm thinking about the things that he did when he was here, if that makes any sense. So it makes the heart grow fonder when they're gone. So that was one question that I got asked, is, do I miss him? The second question that everybody asked me was, is it hard being a traveler's wife and being alone sometimes? It is hard. It was hard for me when we first moved in together, because when he would go out of town and we were dating and we weren't living together, it wasn't necessarily hard not being with him, because we didn't live with each other at the time. So it wasn't like I was sleeping at home by myself, or I was, alone at home, going to sleep alone at night. Like, I didn't have to deal with that. So when we finally moved in together, he went out of town when we got back from the cruise, and it was kind of like that had some adapting to do, because when we were dating, and when he go out of town, I was staying with my parents, so it's not necessarily that I was missing him when I went to sleep, you know. But I feel like the only thing that was more so harder for me was the fact that now we live together, and now when he does go out of town, it's like, oh, I'm home by myself, and it's like I sometimes eat unhealthy when he's not here, because I'm not gonna cook a full meal for just me, because I'm not gonna want to eat the same thing the next day, you know. So it is definitely hard when it comes, for me, it was very hard when it came to the living situation, because I missed him a lot when we first moved in together and when he would go out of town. That was, I don't think I've ever told him. I may have told him, like, it's kind of different now because, you know, I'm used to going to sleep with you at night, and I'm used to laying on your chest, and, you know, you're used to different things when a person, you're used to different things when a person is now living with you, and when a person is now, you're living with that person and you're seeing this person every single day. So it's more harder to see them go. So it is harder, or not necessarily now, but it was hard when we first moved in together and he would go out of town, because it's like, oh, I'm still trying to get used to it, because before, when you would go out of town, it's like, okay, well, I just see you on Sunday, because normally we wouldn't really necessarily see each other a lot during the week, because I would be at work, he would be at work, or we would see each other for a little bit, like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night, but you know, or Sunday when church came, and then it's the same schedule all over again, you know. So yeah, it was a little bit more harder adjusting to the fact that now we live together and you're going away and you're leaving for, you know, a period of time. And I feel like for me, I'm a scary cat. So like coming home at night, I'm like running to the door, because like I get out my car and I'm, you know, running, because, you know, I'm very paranoid when it comes to like a lot of stuff. So I definitely don't like going home by myself at night. Like I hate it with a passion, going home by myself. I think that's another question, is it hard living by yourself, or going home when he's not there? It is for me still hard, because we don't have a house, so it's not like I can just like pull into my driveway. And, you know, nothing is gonna happen. We live in a safe area, like nothing is gonna happen. And I claim that nothing is gonna happen, but I'm very sometimes paranoid when like I'm coming home at night and it's like 10 o'clock at night. Like tonight we have church, the revival, and I know everything is gonna be okay, but I know me, as soon as I like shut that door, I put all my stuff on before I get out the car, and I literally like be trucking like because like I just want to get in the house, and I don't there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and you just don't know, you know what I'm saying? So like I run to my door when I get out the car. But yeah, those are just like a few different questions. Is it hard being at home by yourself? That's the only thing that I have a problem with, is the whole like going home at night when it's like 10 o'clock at night. I try not to come outside after it gets really dark outside. So getting my groceries, you know, get me something to eat before it gets really dark outside, because I'm a woman, you know what I'm saying? And you know, there's crazy people out here, and you never know, you know? So I try to be as careful and precautious as possible when it comes to like coming home. And you know, I'm a nice looking woman, and I just don't want no problems with nobody, so I'll be like running home when I get out the car. So that's that. Another question was, am I jealous? Hold on. Another question was, do I get jealous when he's on the road when I see girls taking pictures of him? No, I am not. Me and BJ actually had this conversation before about the whole like girls jumping on him, and you know, like, you know, just a bunch of different like groupies and stuff. Like he's on the road all the time. So we had this conversation before, and I feel like when women are jealous, or when women are making a big deal about girls taking pictures and stuff with their man, there's a little bit of insecurity in there, and a little bit of self-consciousness in there that I feel like is still not broken. Because for me, when girls take pictures on her, it makes me kind of feel good, because I'm like, you know, my man is fine, and it shows. There's a problem when nobody comes up to you and tries to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem, because it's like, okay, like, am I not cute, you know? So I feel like when girls do approach BJ and they do talk to him, and you know, they do say certain stuff, it makes me kind of be like, I know my man is cute. I have like a You guys, if you don't follow me on Snapchat, you won't know, but I tried Dial soap and it literally broke me out into hives. So I have kind of hives all over my body right now, hence why I have on a turtleneck. But if you see me scratching, I just ignore it. I just have hives. It's just a long story. If you want to see my video before it goes away, actually, you know what? It is gonna go away because I don't even think I'm posting this video until next week. Anyways, I broke out into hives because I used Dial soap and it was just a long situation and it was just a lot. But no, it makes me feel good because it's like, oh, that's my man and you know, he cute. It just is something that it's not necessarily that I'm saying, oh, I want all the girls to jump over him because that's like you want people to talk to your man. So I'm not necessarily saying that, but it does make me feel good a little bit when, you know, certain, you know, girls are trying to talk to your man and stuff. And it's like, oh, my man is cute, you know. Maybe it's just me because I just have that level of confidence. But if you agree, like the video. Let me know something. But no, I don't get jealous when girls jump over him and go crazy about him. Because I know who I am and I know I have confident. I'm very confident as well. And I don't get upset when girls try to jump and talk to him. You know, he tells me if girls go a little bit too far, he tells me everything. So I'm not, you know, I don't have a secret suspicion about anything because he tells me everything. He's very honest. And I think for me, being a traveler's wife, you have to definitely have trust and communication. So I think those are the last two things is, do I trust him and do you have good communication? I feel like in order to have a good relationship with someone who goes out of town a lot, you have to have trust and you have to have communication because sometimes that stuff can just pull you in and you can get so wrapped up in a lot of the stuff that's going on. And for me, BJ is a gospel traveling artist, musician. And it's just definitely more women approaching the musician gospel people than you really think. So, you know, you definitely have to have that communication and have that trust already built because if you don't, it can be some problems, you know? So, I don't know. I kind of winged it at this point when it came to this video because it was just like a title thrown out there. So maybe eventually I can have him sit right here next to me and he can give me his opinions on how he feels or, you know, that type of stuff. He can maybe give me his opinions and stuff and we can just go from there. But I hope you guys like this video. Like I always say, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell wherever it is, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if that is all, and if you enjoyed, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.